friends, it's Hawaiian shirt day. I was gonna leave this button undone, but we're not here for chest hairs, we're here for news. It's been a crazy week, as many of you may be aware. NBN finally announced they will be doing full fibre upgrades to our copper brethren. If you missed that announcement, I have a full breakdown of the details in Friday's video. So, elevator summary? Oh, it's been a long time coming and we should have had it years ago. Links below to watch that video. This means that today's Dirt Report should be a tad shorter, so let's hope that happens. Welcome to this week's episode Tech and Telco News from all around Australia with some spicy international tidbits. And I feel like I'm losing my voice now that I'm speaking. But in today's news, we have NBN shares plans of the new business Fibre Zone rollout, Telstra and the government's $11 million project completed, and MyGov ain't safe, so stay away, say some smart people that are much smarter than us. And on the international tidbits, we have new in-home drones that you need to run out and buy right now, and Thailand is still living in the 15th century. Of course, make sure to like this video if you did and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this and other Aussie tech related videos during the week. Let's roll the intro. Within the fibre upgrade announcement this week, we also got the news of the business fibre zones. A pretty exciting initiative for businesses, but only in certain areas. And trust me, I checked if my house is within one of those maps. I had my sole trader ABN number twitching. To summarize, there will be $700 million spent on creating 240 business fibre zones across Australia, where every business in the area will be able to get a free fibre connection when requested. A new page went live on NBN's website, denoting the first 130 areas that will receive the upgrades. Not unlike a new age technology company, NBN added individual links to PDFs of each area. Anyone want to make bets if NBN releases the rest? I don't know. Now please don't laugh, it was probably a lowly paid intern who put this page together. In any case, I have linked the page below. You can use Control F to search for your suburb or one nearby. It's kind of annoying to navigate. My best guess is they had each council give them a map of where the biggest cluster of businesses is, and then they just drew a box around them. Or maybe they had some sort of archaic system to do it for them. In any case, this approach is a way to get a decent cash injection into the new fibre rollout, as businesses are most likely to get extremely high-speed plans. The good news is no one will have to pay for the actual fibre installation, and businesses will probably be quite keen to do that. And so I imagine these will be the first areas to get the work started, and homes that request a fibre connection and are nearby will be offered it soon too. RSPs were very excited about the premise, especially Aussie Broadband, who made a statement all about how excited they are. Do note that they are trying to stay in the forefront of news and events due to their ASX bid, so take that with a grain of salt. Many news outlets are going on about this backflip and how experts say it's still bad. But think about it this way, a few years ago NBN were saying they won't be doing any upgrades, now they are. We are moving forward one small step at a time at a very long period of time, but that's still important that we're moving forward. Let me know your thoughts below, and if you're in the business zone, smash a like on this video. Next up is Telstra, and they're celebrating after completing an $11 million communications upgrade to Flinders and Cape Barren Islands areas. Locals can finally do Netflix and chill. A big part of the project was a new 80-meter tall radio tower which connects Flinders and Cape Barren Islands with Tasmania. As far as regional connectivity goes, Telstra is certainly leading the nation in providing communication services for regional and remote areas, and it should certainly be applauded for that. This project was part of the Building Better Regionals Fund, and Tasmanian Minister for Science and Technology Michael Ferguson said locals are now streaming and downloading faster. Connection quality has been significantly boosted with mobile network upgrades and new mobile sites in Killicarankie, Palana, Blue Rocks and on Cape Barren Island itself. These important upgrades also lay the groundwork for the network into the future, including scalable solutions for the local schools, hospitals, emergency services, and Flinders Council. Well done to all involved. Next up, we have a MyGovID story. And like clockwork, because it is clockwork, every year there is a spike in MyGov usage, right after we either start the fireplace with your tax bill or buy all the PlayStation 5s with your tax return. Either way, it's an emotional roller coaster, but to add to it, it may also be a place where your data is certainly not safe, or at least on the way in. Two researchers say that their site has some big gaps in its security, and you could be the target of a very cheeky cyber attack. Master student Ben Frangley and Professor Vanessa Tugi created a threat scenario in which an attacker sets up sites that they control and asks users to log into them with their MyGovID ID. The attackers then connect to the real MyGovID and wait for the two-factor authentication to come through, and bam, a man-in-the-middle attack. This is only possible because MyGovID uses a weird way or code to confirm the process, meaning that the site you're logged in pings you a code to then type into your MyGovID app to log your new web session in. Unlike standard two-factor authentication where a code is sent to your mobile phone and then you enter it to log in, this takes a backward route, where the fake website gives you the two-factor authentication back from the real website, which means then you enter it into your own app to verify. But you're not verifying your own login, you're verifying the login of the attacker at the same time. It certainly seems like a very weird and almost backwards approach to authenticating with two different ID verifications, and to my surprise, MyGovID has not done anything about it. Yet. Even World of Warcraft has better security than MyGovID. In any case, this can only happen if you are on a fake website that is tricking you into putting your details in. That should be the point where you stop, but some obviously don't. It would be great if people listened to cybersecurity experts, but since our government doesn't even listen to experts in many other fields, I'm not sure what I was expecting. I have linked the demonstration below, and while you're down there, let me know your thoughts, and if you aren't already subscribed, tap that red button to be. Cheers, really helps. Oh, would you look at the time? It's International Tidbits O'Clock. Yeah, I don't know how I snuck that one in. In a bid to be more present in your home, Amazon has released an in-home security drone. That's right. And while it's not the future I imagined, some may run out and buy it straight away. The drone launches from a base, flies around your home and streams a live feed to your phone, inside only of course, and lands back on the base when done, or on low battery obviously. It's like having a security guard or security dog running around in your home, but note, if you have a cat, at home, the drone may not live that long. In any case, I think it's done. Cool, though certainly you wouldn't use it when someone is at home and maybe a criminal can just swat it out of the way, but as a real product, it's pretty impressive. Let me know below how many you have already pre-ordered. And finally, a last story, which made me giggle a little bit. Thailand is prosecuting Facebook, Google, and Twitter over a failure to remove what it says are illegal posts. Basically, Thailand still runs on 15th century laws. The one in question is called Lese Majeste, which refers to Article 112 of Thailand's criminal code. And it says anyone who defames, insults, or threatens the king, the queen, the heir apparent, or the regent will be punished with a jail term between 3 and 15 years. This law has remained virtually unchanged since the creation of the country's first criminal code in 1908. Although the penalty was toughened in 1976, the ruling has also been enshrined in all of Thailand's recent constitutions, which state the king shall be enthroned in a position of reverent worship and shall not be violated. No person shall expose the king to any sort of accusations or actions. However, there is no definition of what constitutes an insult to the monarchy, and critics say this gives the authority leeway to interpret the law in a very broad way. Lese Majeste complaints can be filed by anyone, against anyone, and they must always be formally investigated by the police. Now let's be clear, this is a very real problem, and people even today get jailed for years if they say something naughty about the monarchy. This time around, Facebook, Google, and Twitter are in hot water with Thailand, as they did not remove naughty words from their platform. I'd expect these social media platforms just laughed it off, but Thailand is certainly not laughing. Digital Minister Putimpong Punakanta said, "We've notified the companies and sent them warnings." Twice, but they haven't complied with all the requests. The media giants have removed quite a few of these requests, which total in the hundreds, and I guess they don't have the truth being a total defense thing in this country, I suppose. In August, Facebook blocked access to 1 million strong Facebook group in Thailand that discussed the monarchy after a threat of legal action from the Thai government. In my opinion, it seems like the government's censorship, but that's not my place to argue. So on that bombshell, we have to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this week's report. It was short, yay! Come back next week for more videos like this and other tech-related videos during the week. Make sure to like this video, it really helps a lot. And if you subscribe, it means you support our channel and basically Aussie news around tech and telco. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in another one. Bye!